about the matchup, so I don't know if he even gets enough practice with it. But I'm sure that NitN, with our Ness, a lot of Ness players here, pretty sure he got the matchup experience that he needs.
Well, if he does not have this matchup nailed down, he's gonna learn today.
You're gonna learn today.
Exactly.
You're gonna learn how to do a matchup today. Oh.
This is basically Rosalina says, "You gonna eat your cornbread."
You don't eat your. That is my favorite movie. If you guys haven't seen Life, watch Life. Best movie ever.
Already so much damage racked up. Gravitational pull not actually reaching far enough.
Yeah,
Getting that free kill on this.
I play Pac-Man, so I thought it was like a humongous hitbox, but apparently it's not that big. But oh, FuTure, why?
There it is. That's it. You always have to grab leisure. You are giving your opponent an opportunity to get a free kill every single time.
Yeah, FuTure's trying to throw out a lot of moves. I feel like he needs to just really play patient and try to work around Rosalina and Luma. Rosalina and Luma with very laggy moves, so and it looks like NitN just wants to be the aggressor right here. So
just sneaking in those back airs. Spacing is something that Rosalina players really, really need to have on point, and NitN has been getting better and better at it as time goes on.
Well, they have like they have a sword basically with them, an animate sword, which is Luma.
Yeah.
So spacing is very important.
Now, I remember recently I was watching the Buzz play, and the way that he spaces Rosalina and Luma is that he spaces as if he is Luma.
Yes.
So that his spacing is perfect. There's no way that you can actually end up attacking him if you try and trade, because he spaces that perfectly.
Oh!
No! NitN ends up getting spiked to the Shadow Realm.
We ain't the only ones who can take some gimps.
Only problem is that FuTure's already at 108 damage, 113 now. And we have, with Luma still on deck, it's going to be very, very easy. One up air, he's going to take it out, one smash attack. It's a lot of danger.
But he's doing a really good job of coming back. But let's see, up throw, not gonna be doing anything yet, just yet. Up smash will though.
That's all you need. Is if you get really good at finding out where somebody is gonna land, continuously pressure them just by being in that position. It's a free kill. It's one of the biggest issues that people have in this game, is figuring out how to land.
Yep.
And characters that have different landing options tend to do a lot better and a lot higher on the PR for the most part.
Fast moves are pretty good. But let's see what he's going to be banning. I don't think with that performance he's going to want to deal with any platforms. I feel like he's going to want to go something fairly large so that he can stay on the stage for as long as possible.
Right.
Because at the end, like, he did a really good job of bringing it back, so he can deal with the matchup. It's just literally the gravitational pull that he's having a problem with. So let's see what he's going to be doing. He's actually going to be going to mid guard. Let's get some mid guard. But we're going to be going to FD. That one's okay too. And if I remember, the last time I commented FuTure's match, he actually went to FD, so I think this is a comfort pick for him as well.
Yeah. I played some friendlies with him. He immediately went to FD. The good thing about it is that you don't have to worry about platforms with Rosalina, because she's going to make it very hard for you to land on those without taking damage. Also, PK Fire. Straight line.
Yeah.
You know where they're going to fall into it.
Oh, get the spike. He spiked. He got the spike, just not on the right person. But you can't be playing risky like that against Rosalina and Luma, because she still does have the gravitational pull.
Right. It's still very, very risky, but he's getting some solid damage down. And honestly, he's figured out some good opportunities to get those PK Fires. Always knocking Rosalina off with the Nair if she comes in close. Down smash doing some good work as well.
And I noticed that he's always using Nair on Luma. He doesn't really do anything else except for Nair. And I wonder if that's because it does more damage, because as we saw, the knockback isn't amazing. I guess it's just the fastest, which would make sense.
Yeah, it's probably a pretty safe option if you space it properly, so it seems to be working out fairly well for him right now. NitN's taken a considerable amount of damage. As you can see, even though Rosalina's shielding, he can continuously do damage to Luma and push Luma away. It's very, very necessary for him. Makes this a lot easier, but now he has to chase Rosalina down.
Ooh, nice up there. And
what nerf?
NitN's been doing a few tilts in that last stock that he just had, and he hasn't really been using tilts at all this matchup. When he did start doing it, he got up a lot. He got to do a good amount of damage.
FuTure is so good at controlling a completely flat stage. As he has been landing these PK Fires. I mean, one of the big helping factors about that is that Luma gets hit by PK Fire, which triggers the whole thing. So even if you're shielding it, it's not going to make PK Fire disappear. Very clever of him there.
Trying to use the, what do you call that? The rock and a hard place technique. I don't really know what to call that. Basically, just throwing out Luma.
I call it the puppeteer.
The puppeteer, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. That one works. But no jabs.
Seems to have a little bit of a weaker play when he's just Rosalina. Seems like he's not as comfortable with like spacing out his Luma and using them separately as two different parts, you know.
And as you said, he's not playing like the Buzz. He's not playing Luma. He's playing Rosalina right now with the Luma.
Yeah.
And I feel like he should be trying to adapt it the way you said. I don't know if he gets that just yet, but hopefully he can, because he really needs to close out the stock.
Yeah. That's one of the big things that every Rosalina and Luma player needs to learn. Right now, Ness is ahead in this matchup. This 110-0 matchup. We have TOME FuTure, 7 years old today, putting in so much work.
Things happen when you follow out that underage form, guys. Even you can make it on here.
Yeah, but one of the problems right now, though, is that FuTure has given too much time to NitN to get composed. That's a big thing, is that when you have a lead and you're putting on a lot of pressure, you need to keep that pressure up by closing out the stock, by keeping control of the stage. NitN's punishing the landing right now. Just pushing FuTure away continuously. And we are back to a completely even game after a succession of blows from NitN.
Oh no, why would you go off stage? He's getting a little too risky, man. Oh man.
Yeah, now he knows he needs to close out the game, and off stage is a strong point against, you know, Rosalina if she's recovering.
Yeah. Well, if the game plays out like it did last game, then FuTure will actually close this out, because he had a close one last game, almost making it back.
NitN is almost in range for back throw.
And the problem that he right now is that there's no Luma, but he's not taking advantage like he is now because he's off stage. But that's his opportunity to
trying to go for down smash. I feel like he should just be waiting in his shield, being very patient. Get that back throw!
Amazing job from FuTure. That was such a good bait.
FuTure takes the game off of NitN, pumps his fist in the air. Plan ahead.
Yeah, that man.
Plan ahead.
So one thing I've thought about, like, if you guys really want to pay attention, you guys really need to pay attention to your opponent. If you're in a fist fight, you're not going to look at your fist, right? You're looking at your opponent. Look at your opponent, because then it's easier to react to what your opponent's doing, because you should already know what you're going to do.
That's right.
And he did that right there, and it paid off, getting the back throw.
That was very, very good of him. He went in bold, too. Ran right between Rosalina and Luma, got that grab, sent it flying. So
I feel like he's going to, yeah, I was just about to say, go to Battlefield. Smashville and Town and City having a lot of really flatness to them. So FuTure has been very comfortable there. You can't go to Dreamland, though. Going to neutral start. Is this melee? Oh, I think that was a misinput.
Most definitely. Now, FuTure has a little bit of a disadvantage here. Platforms, so good for Rosalina and Luma. If he's not landing directly onto the stage or onto the ledge, there are going to be platforms that continuous up airs will come through. Yeah. Stage control is in NitN's hands as usual. All of these punished landings.
Yeah, and as you said, it's really hard for him to land. Like, you either have two decisions, because you can't try to recover low, because if Rosalina Luma got the guts for it, she'll go down and go grab that recovery from you. And if you land on stage, then you're just going to get up aired, back aired. So it's a really hard decision you have to make.
Yeah, luckily NitN's shield is big enough right now to cover Luma at the distance they are at from each other. So that's very, very helpful. That is the spacing you need. It's Luma ahead of you far enough to where you can get those skill confirms and people don't feel like you're right next to them. They feel less pressure.
Up air? No, didn't get it. Able to air dodge. Oh!
Oh, he goes for a PK fire instead of what I thought would be a grab. Forward throw, and there it is. Oh. NitN remembers what move breaks this matchup.
No, not having Luma with her. Up smash, man. This up smash is doing a lot of damage to him.
So much damage. He continuously lay down those up smashes. It's not actually doing that much percent. He's not getting the full hits.
Oh, and he gets hit by the forward smash. Not going to die, though.
Fell right into it, and I feel like NitN should be a lot more confident when he goes off stage.
Yeah, he does have an extra stock to play with. Oh, and forward smash will be taken in.
Tilted it downwards. Very smart with the timing that he had. That's still why this matchup can be exceedingly difficult.